can go that route if you'd like.
Well, I'd rather not be detained.
Okay, and I would rather not detain you, and I would rather you go on your way and for me to go on my way, and we could dispel this whole thing and get it done.
Until we identify who you are, okay, and we can run you through the database and everything like that, just to make sure.
Run me for the database for what?
Because I've already explained to you.
Some sort of mental illness or addiction, be it, you know, alcohol or drugs or both, combined with mental health.
Yeah.
You know, perhaps maybe they were going through some.
So, I mean, of course, that's a little awkward,
Okay,
and it puts people on a little bit alert, especially with what's going on in the world today. It is a base. They don't know you. You don't know them. It just it is what it is. So of course.
Picture a lone protester outside a Florida City Hall, gripping a sign with 4 explosive words that trigger instant police response. Officers demand ID threaten trespass, and the First Amendment chess match begins. Will refusing to check in end in cuffs or a constitutional standoff keep watching this confrontation is far from settled.
Davis, why you gotta be calling me out like that?
Hey, I didn't call you. But I haven't seen you in a while. I saw your husband the other day.
I'm sorry. No, I'm just kidding.
No, I haven't seen him in a while.
You guys had a call with a guy with a sign or something? Yeah. Oh, white guy?
Yeah.
Roger.
So we're good.
How's it going, sir?
Good, how are you?
Good. Do you have some ID?
I do, yes.
May I see it, please?
Am I being detained?
Well, I'm conducting an investigation. So during the course of an investigation, you're obligated to provide me your name and information.
Since you're conducting an investigation into my lawful, constitutionally protected activity.
I have no idea why I'm here.
I'm putting you on notice that I'm engaged in lawful, constitutionally protected activity safeguarded by the First Amendment, and you've been put on notice.
Okay.
No ID for you.
No ID for me.
That's right. So am I being detained?
Well, what are you doing here?
Well, it's really none of your business, first of all.
Then why am I here?
You tell me.
Well, apparently you were doing something to cause riots here.
Was I? What was I doing?
That's why I'm asking you. I'm giving you an opportunity to dispel this.
I'm not going to answer any questions. What are they saying now? I went upstairs to make a public records request. I sit outside with the sign that says Fuck City Hall. And now I'm looking at public notices.
Okay, so you have no information.
I'm not going to give you any information. I'm not suspected of a crime. I'm not obligated to provide you with that. Right. Am I being detained?
Well, we can go that route if you'd like.
Well, I'd rather not be detained.
Okay, and I would rather not detain you, and I would rather you go on your way and for me to go on my way, and we could dispel this whole thing and get it done and over with if you just provide me some information.
My name is Jeff.
Joe what?
Jeff.
Jeff.
That's all I'm saying. Connect News Services.
I'm sorry, you're with what?
Connect News Services.
Connect
News Services.
View Services?
News. PINAC. Connect News Services. And I'm engaged in constitutional protected activity. There's City Hall, looking at public notices, making public records requests, and expressing my freedom of speech. Since you're conducting an investigation, I'm going to engage my rights, open rights to remain silent, and you can ask questions to my attorney from this point forward.
Okay. Well, being a news service person, you should know that right now I'm only questioning you to conduct an investigation, which you're responsible as a citizen of the United States to dispel any services of that way. The time that you invoke your rights is when you're under arrest and I'm interrogating you. So right now, I'm not arresting you and I'm not interrogating you. Okay, but right now that the city is asking that you leave.
Are they asking that to leave?
Yes, because apparently your sign, which is providing vulgar messages, is, and they have that right.
So let me make sure I understand you correctly. The city's asking me to leave.
Yes.
Okay. And it's because of my sign.
Yes.
Expressing my First Amendment protected right critical of the government.
It doesn't give you the right to use profanity and offend people. So when a sign does that, then yes, they have that right.
They're asking me to leave.
Yes.
Because of my sign. Okay. So if they're asking me to leave, I'd rather not. If I'm being ordered to leave, if I'm being trespassed, I'll leave.
Okay, then we're going to go that way.
I'd rather look at it.
Okay, well, and I would rather you be cooperative and all this other
So let me
nonsense.
make sure I understand you correctly. I'm talking to you, don't walk away and don't do that. You expect me to help you in an investigation against me. You
Okay.
expect me to do that?
And you expect me to answer questions for you when all you're doing is
What's
giving
your
me a
name?
hard time.
What's your name and badge number, and are you recording right now?
Yes, I am recording right now.
I'm going to make a public request for that video, so make sure nothing happens to it. You've been put on notice about that too.
Okay. And you can go down to the police department and follow public records law
Okay.
to obtain a copy of that.
Understand?
Okay? So why don't we just go ahead and get out of here so these people can go about their business?
I'd rather not. If you're going to trespass me, I'll leave. But other than that, I have a right to be here.
Well, I told you that they've asked you to leave. You're denying my request and my demand for you to leave.
So you're demanding, you went from a request to a demand.
Okay. Well, you said that you would prefer not to. Okay. So it has gone to a demand.
Okay.
Okay, so you can leave now.
And I'm just asking, if I don't leave, what's going to happen?
You're going to be arrested.
I'll be arrested. I'll leave under protest and duress. Thank you.
So you're going to leave.
Oh, yeah, I'll leave.
Okay, very good.
Start report of 6651 contact with the front office referent. People keeping under one of their sheds in the rear of the business.
Am I being trespassed? Am I not allowed to come back? What's the scope of you asking me to leave?
6651 Guard report in American Sun.
Now on the property of the city sidewalk. Is that right? I've left the property. What? Am I being trespassed? I'm just trying to figure out. If I'm being
Sir, I told you inside that you were being trespassed, that you were being asked to leave.
You never said I was being trespassed. So what? If I come back, is there any reason why I can come back and not be arrested?
Well, when you can come back and not offend people and cause problems, then you can come back.
And again, how did I offend people?
It was already explained into you to
holding the sign.
Jeff.
Tough case.
Yeah, I know. I was gonna arrest him.
Oh. What was he doing?
Where did he put his sign?
It's in the front. In the front City Hall.
Did he like make a sign and stick it in the ground or something, or is he just?
No, he's holding a sign that says "Fuck City Hall."
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. And then he refused to check in.
He refused to check in.
Yes.
You want to go ahead and get his information?
Do you have this information? Buddy?
No, his information.
Yeah.
Huh?
Give me a text. This morning. Is he alright out there? I don't know.
Well, if he holds up that sign again.
Well, he's power walking that way.
Yeah.
What did happen? Like make a sign and stick it in the ground or something, or is he just
No,
holding?
he's holding a sign that says "Fuck City Hall."
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. And then he refused to check in.
He refused to check in.
Yes.
You want to go ahead and get his information?
Do you have this information by chance or no? Oh. Running out of papers in here.
Yeah.
What's your name?
It's Olin Carlis.
How do you spell it?
This one. Right out there?
Oh well.
Yeah, right. It's a security out at City Hall.
So what did happen? Carlus. Your birthday? Security.
Yeah, security.
So then he went on to see that he was holding up a sign that says "Fuck City Hall."
What's a good phone number? Already here for the city hall.
For City Hall.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the only thing he would say is that his First Amendment right to remain in justice, not to fight him.
No problem.
Five, zero, four, three. 530.
5:30.
Bravo, IND assigned 2, will be 51 to 1019.
Yeah, he went with Kevin. We went upstairs with him to City Play.
10-4, you need a case number of the screen, or is it for a previous one? There's nothing on the screen.
It's a previous supplement.
For the request for I don't know, public street request, something like that. And then she said, but you know, Linda said, I can do it right now, but it will take maybe 3 business days to get it. So, but you know, why I called the police? Because he refused to check it. He don't even have ID.
The sidewalk is made for walking, so he cannot stay in one place.
He's back here.
Yeah, that's fine. He can do that.
Just stand there. He can
As
walk.
long as he doesn't block anything. We on or off?
So my understanding is the sidewalk is made for walking.
He's on. He should be on.
Yeah, he's
Yeah, walk right now.
Okay. I guess he's probably just trying to get a reaction out of people, is my guess.
Yeah,
Do it.
that'll be good.
Yeah, no problem.
Well, I asked him because he was to follow their rules. And he asked me, so my right now. Why? And you want to follow me? Then you can come back. But I've got something else. Yeah.
It's one of these people that probably runs around wanting to fire anyway, so they get it on video.
So then he says, I'm going to go my bike up here to the top of
It's on the city turn.
5-3, so here's supposed to be the 97.
Guess I'll just hang out here then.
Huh?
I said, I guess I'll just hang out here then for now.
Yeah. All right.
I don't know where they
I
got.
understand he's a Publix, but you know he allowed to stop. But you know the problem is, you know, refuse to check in.
Yeah.
You
Everybody's got to check in when they go
Yeah.
in that building, so
Yeah.
that's fine. I don't know where he went. He went that way.
Yeah.
But
So refuse to check in.
yeah.
Rights travel with you, but only if you know the rules. When police cite investigations or offended citizens, ask whether your detained request the statute and record politely. Passionate speech can provoke yet calm, informed responses, turn shaky sidewalks into solid legal ground. Next time a badge tests your voice, let knowledge, not fear, carry the day. Now, bring that rule book composure to Forsyth, Georgia, where even the Academy driveway will quiz every statute you've memorized. Golden hour in Forsyth, Georgia, a lone cameraman parks outside the state's public safety training center lens, focused on patrol cars and a sunset-washed water tower. Minutes later, investigators converge demanding ID and warning of contraband drops. Will the encounter turn invasive or instructive? Stay tuned as civil rights meet rookie training on the very road where officers learn the law.
Just for the record.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you. Am I okay?
With the sheriff's office, just checking on
Yeah, I'm fine. Thank you. I appreciate it.
something you're doing right here.
Yeah, I'm just getting some video and some photographs.
Are you with a news company or?
I'm just doing some constitutional stuff.
You have your driver's license on you?
I got like my ID on me.
Can I see that? Please?
Yeah. Can you come over here so you're not near the road? Okay. Yeah, here's my I, and there's my D. You got that right there. What's your name?
Investigator Mercer with the Monroe County Sheriff's
Okay.
Office.
All right, gotcha. My name is Jeff. And I have my driver's license like right here.
Right, well, the reason I'm asking you is because this is the training center. We have a prison, and sometimes we have people dropping stuff, so I'm just checking on you.
No, I'm not doing anything like that. I'm just getting some video and some photographs.
Okay.
All right.
So you won't mind if I see your ID?
I mean, I got it right here, but I'd rather not show it to you. I mean, if you can have some reasonable articulable suspicion that a crime is afoot, I'll show it to
I
you.
told you we have a prison right here, and we have people that drops things off here.
Yeah, as soon as you get some reasonable articulable suspicion that a crime is afoot, I'll show you my driver's license.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. I'm good. How are you? Yes, sir. Okay, my name is Jeff. Like I explained to her, I'm just doing some constitutionally protected activity safeguarded by the First Amendment, just getting some photographs and video of law enforcement coming and going and running the stop sign down there and stuff like that.
Okay.
That's all I'm doing.
All right. Well, we definitely appreciate it, out here, photographing law enforcement and everything. But as Investigator Mercer did explain to you, there's a prison there. That's a state prison. Okay?
Is there where? Right?
Yep. We have a lot of activity coming and going on this road, dropping, like she said, narcotics, tobacco, all kind of stuff over there.
Okay.
So our big concern was just identifying who you are, and we'll be on the way.
Like I said, my name is Jeff, and I'm not dropping any narcotics. Like I said, I'm doing constitutional protected activity. I'm getting photographs and video of the Georgia Public Safety Training Center, and a lot of law enforcement officers are running I just think it's ironic that this is the Georgia Public Safety Training Center, and there's a lot of law enforcement officers that are running the stop sign down there. Like every one of them that goes by is running the stop sign. And that's all I'm doing. All right, so unless you suspect me of a crime, I'm not giving the ID.
Well, until we identify who you are, okay, and we can run you through the database and everything like that, just to make sure
Run me for the database for what?
Because I've already explained to you, we have a lot of activity coming and going right here.
Okay, I'm not. You don't have any suspicion that I'm doing it.
I do.
Okay, well, you don't
because you're parked in front of a state facility. Okay, you want to identify who you are. That's it.
I've just saw 3 people walk down the road through here.
Okay.
All right.
And we already know who those people are that are coming and going. And I guarantee you, if we stopped them, they wouldn't have a problem identifying.
What crime do you suspect me of committing?
We suspect that you're out here, you're a suspicious person. I don't mind if you take video, photograph all you want to, because all you're trying to do is you want us to approach you for this reason. I know exactly what you're doing.
Okay, let's say that's true. Okay. All right, if that's what I'm doing. I'm testing you guys. This is the Georgia Public Safety Training Center. They teach people here, and we want to find out if they're actually teaching Constitution.
Can I ask you, I want you to be honest with me, what are you going to do with this information? Are you going to take it, I don't know, are you going to send it to somebody and try to do something with it?
I got a YouTube channel. It's called Honor Your Oath Civil Rights Investigations.
Exactly what it is.
Okay.
So you're trying to be small town famous.
Well, I mean, if that's what you think, that's fine. What I'm trying to do is ensure that law enforcement officers and public officials are respecting my constitutionally protected rights to gather information about what public officials do on public property. I'm not out here dropping any narcotics. I have no ill will, no ill intent. I'm video recording the Georgia Public Safety Training Center. A lot of the officers are down here running the stop sign. I mean, like every one of them, not just officers, but everybody rolls that stop sign down there coming onto this road.
Were you recording that state patrol officer in front of me that stopped? Are you tell the people that what we actually do some good? Or are you just out here trying to
watch my channel. You'll see my channel. You can see I put the good cops.
You're just trying to get a negative response. You're not going to tell anybody on that channel that some of us actually do stop there.
Well, maybe you do. But like I said, if you watch my channel, you'll see that I put the positive and the negative. Matter of fact, I'll tell you this. Out of my top videos, my most viewed video is 4 million views almost. I was at a DUI checkpoint where I was asserting my rights not to answer any questions. They did a great job I consider that a positive interaction with law enforcement, and it's my #1 viewed video.
Awesome.
So,
Well, like I said, I totally respect what you're doing, man.
All right.
I really respect it.
How do I address you, Deputy Maples?
You
Okay.
can call me Cody.
I like my name is
Just
Jeff.
like you are, man. It doesn't matter to me.
Okay. So I'm good to go, right?
I mean, we just wanted to identify who you are. But
Yeah, my name is Jeff, man. Okay.
I'm not out here trying to get into a negative, interaction with you. So.
Oh, good. Good. I don't want negative interaction yet.
All right.
Y'all have a good day. Stay safe.
The takeaway calm clarity beats nervous demands. In most states, officers need more than suspicion to see your ID. Ask what crime they suspect and keep recording. A polite "am I free to go" plus firm knowledge of public easements often flips tension into respect, turning any training ground into a real-world civics lesson. Now watch that blueprint in action as one cardboard sign and a single squad car turn a quiet school sidewalk into a pop quiz on the First Amendment. A lone activist stands outside a Florida high school, clutching a "God Bless Homeless Veterans" sign when a patrol car glides up. The officer says parents complained, asks for ID, and offers to hang out. What unfolds next tests whether calm conversation or constitutional confusion will shape the encounter. Stay tuned to see which way it tilts.
And I can tell you, Jeff, you know what I wonder, bud?
What's that?
Like it breaks my heart to see anybody homeless.
Right.
Especially those who have served our country. I was never a military guy, but I absolutely support those who have served.
Okay.
And it breaks my heart to see anybody homeless, but especially those that if you
vets.
think about it, right? I've never been in the service, but from what I hear, those people who've gone in the service, they good medical insurance, right? They provide housing, whether it's on the base or off the base.
Right.
And then to go from having all of that to being homeless, something must have happened in their life, at a crossroads where they end up homeless, man, and it sucks.
And there's so many of them. A large number of the homeless population are veterans.
Yeah.
Which is pretty tragic.
And I don't know why that is.
Yeah, I don't either, because there's so many benefits, so much help, but a lot of these guys, especially the last 20 years or so where there's actually been war, I think that a lot of them, it messes with their heads pretty bad.
That's what I'm thinking. I mean, I haven't done any type of research, but if I had to guess, that I bet you some sort of mental illness or addiction, be it, alcohol or drugs or both, combined with mental health. Perhaps maybe they were going through some mental health issues and they self-medicate. And it messes with them and they end up just on a downward spiral, man. It sucks.
Yeah, it does. There's lots of help for them out there. There's lots of programs, lots of things that they can do, but a lot of them.
I absolutely support the fact that, first off, it is your First Amendment right to do this.
All right.
But especially you're right, God bless them folks, man, because I hear stuff like war is ugly, no one should see war. Being a police officer, I've seen some pretty traumatic things, but I can only imagine what is seen through the eyes of those men and women who serve overseas and actually engage in conflict. I can only imagine.
Me too. I've been in the Army, but I was never in any kind of a war theater.
What'd you do in the Army, man?
I was a truck driver.
Okay.
88 Mike.
Well, I appreciate your service.
And I was able to translate that into a civilian job.
Driving trucks out here?
Yeah.
That's what I try to tell these young students here. I'm like, hey man, when you go in, because some of them do it for the adventure. I want to go fight. And I'm like, there ain't a whole lot of jobs when you come out of the military
to fight.
Yeah, right. There isn't a whole lot, but if you do like aircraft mechanic, you can pretty much write your ticket wherever you go. Something to do with computers, especially in this
computers,
day and age.
communications.
Computers, man. Computers.
Truck driver.
Something that can translate into the civilian world.
Heavy equipment operator. Stuff like that. All those type of jobs.
Talking to them, hey, when you get out of high school and you join the military, they're gonna make sure you eat. You got benefits like insurance and housing. trying to get them. I mean, where else are I just having this conversation with one of our students? Where else are you going to find an institution in our country that will give that to you the moment you sign?
Right.
You know.
Right.
So.
And there are a lot of folks that prefer to be homeless. You know, I know a guy that he lives out of his car. He lives a simple life without all the hassles and worries. And
you know, I've heard that, but I have yet to meet somebody who has told me, look, I have a place to go, but this is the life I choose to live. I have yet to meet
there's a
somebody
lot of folks doing it. If you go on YouTube and look at a lot of different YouTube channels.
How about in this area, like in Brevard?
I don't know about anybody in Brevard, but I know there's a guy named Travis Hines. He's got a YouTube channel. I watch his videos all the time.
Here in town?
He's awesome. No, he's not. I don't think he's ever made it to Florida, but he's been going across the United States. He documents his travels on YouTube. There's families that take their kids out of school, do homeschooling, and just live out in the wilderness and stuff like that, go on jeeps and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I'm just gonna hang out here.
Yeah, you're absolutely more than welcome to do that.
Probably about 30 minutes or so.
I tell you what, and you know, and so as a police officer, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's my job to ensure, one of my many jobs, right, to make sure that your rights are taken into consideration, and you get to do what men and women like you fight for us to do.
Yeah.
That's enjoy our liberties here,
right,
and understand, you know, the way our Constitution works.
Well, I'll tell you, since we're having a good conversation here, the main reason I do this, of course, is I started the last holiday season. I was just going to do it during the holidays, but I just kind of kept on doing it because I think it's important to spread this message year round. God bless the homeless veterans. Just the most important thing is to spread the message, put it in people's heart, keep it in their mind that there's homeless veterans out there. If you can help them however you can, you know. But what this has also turned out to be is I'm a civil rights investigator, and I've been arrested 3 times doing this, standing on a public sidewalk, holding a sign that says "God bless the homeless veterans."
Arrested 3 times.
I've been arrested 3 times.
If you don't, what were the charges?
And criminally cited 1 time. So I've been
here in Florida.
3 times in Florida. No, I'm sorry, twice in Florida, twice in Georgia.
So I can't speak for Georgia.
Yeah.
But in Florida, our rules are the same whether you live in Key West. Now, municipality, you know, ordinance and stuff can vary, and county ordinance can vary from, you know, county and municipal. But as far as Florida law, it's the same. It don't matter if you're in Key West or the Panhandle.
Yeah, it's freedom of speech.
So my question to you is, what the heck did they arrest you for? What was the charge?
Let's see. 2 charges were trespassing. That was in Jacksonville.
On the sidewalk?
Yes, sir. The other one was in St. Augustine, St. Johns County Sheriff's Deputy, for trespassing. And up in Georgia, Port Wentworth, it was for obstruction because I didn't give them my ID. So
yes.
And then in Blackshear, Georgia, they actually gave me a criminal citation for being in a legal parade.
Oh, man.
I mean, I know I've gotten big, but
you are not required to identify yourself if you're not doing anything illegal.
That's right.
You're not required to answer any of my questions,
and
because your constitutional right says you have the right to remain silent.
And not only is this not doing anything illegal, I know you know this, but it's constitutionally protected activity safeguarded by the First Amendment. It's freedom of speech, freedom of religion, freedom of assembly on a traditional public forum.
Absolutely.
And I've been 3 times I've gone to jail for it.
You know, now, you know, police officers, when they get called, much like, especially in today, I mean, I don't know, it was the one here we just had in Michigan. I mean, what a tragic event, man. I don't know if you heard, there was a school shooting.
Oh, yes, yeah.
I mean, that's just tragic.
Yeah, I heard the parents lived in Jacksonville. They got charged.
The parents live in Jacksonville?
Yes.
Like our Jacksonville?
Yeah, Jacksonville, Florida, yeah.
Huh.
And
did they arrest them in Jacksonville, or is that where they're from?
I'm not sure if that's where if they arrested them there. I think they were arrested in Jacksonville. I think the circuit court up there is the one that issued the arrest warrant for them.
Wow.
I'm not sure though. I could be wrong about that, but
yeah,
I know the parents did get arrested. I know there's Jacksonville ties to it.
Jeff, right?
Yep.
I have never. I see this stuff on YouTube. They train us here at the Titusville Police Department on this stuff.
Good.
You know, make sure that, again, yes, somebody calls, we're going to investigate, but we're not going to violate rights, you know.
Yeah.
And you have every right to do this. This has never happened to me, man.
Oh, okay.
It's never I've never been civilly audited.
Okay.
So
congratulations.
You tested me today, and I am very confident that I passed.
Yes,
the
you
test.
have. Absolutely.
And again, I've never been audited, simply, bud. So
investigated. I like to call it
for whatever it's worth.
Stay safe out there, man.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Yeah, we just. And I understand it. Parents in this day and age, especially around the holidays, they get concerned, and I get it.
And that's why I try to only do this at high schools. I never do it at elementary schools or middle schools. I try to stick to the high schools. But just saying God bless the homeless vets, and God put it in my heart to start doing this, and I've been doing it for about a year now.
Awesome.
And like I said, I was just gonna try to start doing it during the holidays, but it just seemed like it was something I should do year round.
Do you normally do this just locally? Or like all Brevard, or just Titusville, or?
Well, being a truck driver, my YouTube channel is called Honor Your Oath Civil Rights Investigations.
So did I honor my oath today,
Yes, you did.
Jeff?
Yeah.
All right.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And
so I know a lot of times, right? These civil, what do you guys call it? Civil auditors?
I call myself a civil rights investigator,
Okay.
First Amendment auditor.
So a lot of times they post the bad, right? Like, look at this cop. He doesn't know his own kind, blah, 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 right? All that stuff.
Right.
Why don't you post a good one, man?
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree. I put,
why don't you post a good one?
I put the, as a matter of fact, if you look at my, there's a section on my YouTube channel, it's called top videos, I guess is what it's called, with the most viewed videos. If you look at the most viewed videos, out of the top 10 most viewed videos, I think 4 or 5 of them are positive interactions with law enforcement.
Okay.
So, as a matter of fact, my most viewed video was a positive interaction with the Levy County Sheriff's Department, going through a DUI checkpoint.
Okay.
DUI checkpoint. And I did the, I don't know if you ever saw this video where I put my driver's license, proof of insurance, and registration in a Ziploc bag and hung it out the window so that I didn't have to roll the window down or answer any questions.
Okay.
And they looked at it and they gave me a thumbs up and waved me on through. And that video got, I think it's close to 4 million views.
Okay,
now,
damn. That's good.
Yeah.
Very good.
So the positive interactions actually go over pretty well with the viewers. I think, like I said, my most viewed video is a positive interaction with law enforcement.
Without looking at it, I would have thought the opposite. Because, like, people like to see, at least in my opinion, controversy, people do like to feel good stories too, but most people gravitate towards just not good news. I don't know why that is. It's like watching a train wreck, right? You know it's coming, but you can't look away.
Well, if you look over the years, there's a lot of news channels that started up. The Good News channel, and it lasts about 3 or 4 months and it disappears because people get bored.
I've never even heard of that, Jeff.
Yeah, it's happened a few times over the years. I'm 50 years old, so I've seen it kind of come and go. But there's always somebody that thinks it's the first time they thought of it. Hey, why don't we do a Good News channel? See how that does. It lasts about 3 months.
All right, man. Well, look, I'm going to go back in.
When police question your sign or your silence, remember the script public sidewalk peaceful message, no obligation to ID unless they cite a specific crime. Stay courteous, keep filming, but stand firm on your rights. Most officers respect clarity, the few who don't make great case law. Knowledge plus composure turns a traffic stop into a civics win. Now bring that sidewalk-tested script to Panama City, where a freshly painted blue line and the memory of handcuffs will decide whose boundary really counts. Panama City, Florida, an investigative journalist parks just outside the Navy's support activity gate camera rolling. A bright blue U.S. government property line now marks the boundary painted after his last arrest here in 2018. Will deputies demand ID again, or has the base finally learned where public rights begin? Stay tuned to find out.
License. Some type of issue, state of Florida or national passport or something. We're conducting an investigation. The Navy base is calling a complaint. We need to get your information. So
Am I suspected of a crime?
I need to see your driver's license or ID, sir, please.
Okay. Am I going to be arrested if I don't show you my ID?
We are currently investigating a complaint from the Navy base. They've got suspicious activity going on. Okay, we're not accusing you of anything at this point. We're trying to do our job. I need to identify you to figure out who you are. Make sure you don't have no wants and warrants, and then you'll be on your way.
You're conducting an investigation. Just make sure you're conducting an investigation. Okay. Yes, you're conducting an investigation.
Can I see your driver's license?
I elect to remain silent and have my attorney present during question. Back in 2018, I conducted a civil rights investigation at the Navy Support Activity Base in Panama City, Florida. Officials at the Navy base called the Bay County Sheriff's Office to the scene. The Bay County Sheriff's deputies were determined to get my ID. I'm good. How are you? My name is Jeff.
Deputy Casey Melton. How are you doing?
I'm good.
What's going on?
My name is Jeff. I'm with Midnight News Services. I'm an investigative reporter and civil rights investigator.
Sure.
I'm just out here getting some B-roll video of the traffic around this area at the base because there's a lot of traffic problems in this area.
Okay.
And there's some accidents out here. I'm sure you're aware of that.
Yes. Okay.
It's pretty dangerous. So I'm observing the traffic pattern and getting some B-roll video of that. That's all.
All right.
All right.
Well, as long as you're not causing a problem either, then
No,
I'm okay.
I'm just taking photographs and video.
Sounds good.
I got them stalking me, them stalking me.
Who are them and them? And them?
That guy's been sitting there watching me for about 20 minutes. I think this car is sitting there watching me too. And I'm just kind of concerned. Hopefully they won't get out and do anything stupid.
I mean, most likely not.
Okay.
But, I mean, put yourself in their perspective. You're taking video or pictures of entrance and exits to a base.
Right,
so, I mean, of course, that's a little awkward.
Okay,
And it puts people on a little bit alert, especially with what's going on in the world today. It is a base. They don't know you. You don't know them. It is what it is. So, of course, people are going to call and say, hey, what's going on with this guy? Can you please check him out?
But it's not illegal, though.
No, it's not illegal.
Okay, cool. Right.
To my knowledge, it's not illegal. Now, if they say something different, then they'll have to address it, and we'll have to go from there. But as far as I know...
Hey, my name's Jeff. How's it going, man? Nice to meet you, Becky.
He is with the Civil Rights Opened Up... I can't say this, I'm sorry.
PNAC, investigative journalist, civil rights investigator. And I'm out here filming. This is a pretty dangerous area with the traffic. A lot of traffic accidents are happening out here, so I'm filming the traffic.
Do you have your ID with you?
Am I being detained or anything?
No, you're not being detained. However, like I said, I just want to document that you're here just in case anybody else has any questions.
I'd rather not. I've got my card.
Okay, well, what's your birthday?
Jeff G. I'd rather not give any further information unless I'm being detained or anything like that.
You're not being detained.
Okay.
However, like I said, you are taking video and pictures of entrance and exits to enable
Which
base.
you've already confirmed is not illegal.
No, I said I'm not sure if it's illegal, and I just wanted to make sure that you are who you say you are. You don't have any warrants or anything like that, because that would
Nope,
even...
no warrants.
Okay, well, I don't
My name is
know.
Jeff. I'm a civil rights investigator.
Okay, can I have your
PNAC
birthday
News
to
Service.
confirm that, please?
I've given you my card. That's all I'm going to give. Like you said, if you already confirmed it's not illegal. I know it's not illegal. I'm standing on a public sidewalk.
No, I understand that.
I'm a photography is not a crime. That ought to give you a hint. I pretty much know what's going on.
No,
so.
that's fine. Again, that's fine. Like I said, it is just, like I said, a general concern of the public for somebody to be standing out, taking pictures and filming the entrance and exit of a secure military base. So that's why we're here.
Good. What you got going on?
Just doing an investigative report.
On the installation itself?
Yeah.
Have you been in touch with our...
I have not. I haven't talked to anybody. No, sir, I have not.
Would you like me to get you in contact with that person?
No, I'm good. I can get what I need from right here.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, if they want to come out and talk to me, that's fine, but...
Okay. Sounds good. Just, if you would, unless you have otherwise base access in some form, don't come past the blue line here.
The blue line right there?
Yeah.
All right.
Going over to the visitors center, trying to get access.
Okay.
You can do that.
All right, yeah.
Once you cross this blue line, we don't allow any filming.
I understand.
Or photography.
I have no intention to cross the blue line and do any filming.
All right, man.
All right. Yeah, it's a good thing they put this out here. That way we know
It is nice, isn't it?
clearly where the line of demarcation is.
Right.
Takes the question out of it. Thank you. What's your name?
Major Hardman.
Major Hardman? Okay.
Yeah,
My name is Jeff.
The blue line worked clear boundaries, diffused confrontation. Remember, on public sidewalks, you can film refuse ID and still be polite. Ask officers, am I beyond the line? Am I free to go record everything and cite the First Amendment? The more we draw clear lines, the fewer civil rights arrests we need to fight.